Hi guys and welcome. Today I thought we'd have a bit of a play with tags, but doing something a little bit different today is having a hidden pocket in the tag. So we all like those extra journaling spots in our journals, and especially the little hidden ones, because sometimes we want to put our thoughts into a journal, but we don't necessarily want them, for our friends or our family to read. So it's always good to have a little hidden tucked away journaling spot for it. All right, so I've just got a 12 by 12 piece of paper. I'm going to cut some tags out of that. I like my tags around the 3 by 6 inches. So I'm just going to cut, I'll cut it in half first of all, because we know that they're 12 by 12. Just to get rid of the excess paper. And some of the papers come with that little extra bit. We'll cut that off as well, because we want our tags to be the same size, and it's important because we'll be gluing them together. So we're going to do it 3 inches, and then that should give our second piece 3 inches. So out of a 12 by 12, because this is half and we're going to get 2 tags out of that, you'll get 4 of these tags out of a 12 by 12. And then we turn it and we want to do this one 6. So I've got 2 pieces there, and then we'll do the other one 6 inches. So we'll have a front and a back, or you can decide, because there's such beautiful papers. I love that one, and I love that one for a front. So we might do this one on the back. And I actually like the back of this, because some of the two-sided papers, it's really hard to know which side you want to use. So that really doesn't have a lot on it. So we're going to put that on the inside. So make sure that you have your front and your back the way you want it, because we're going to cut another piece here now. Now the top of your tag, you decide sort of how big you want it. I like to go just a fraction over the 1.5 inch mark. You could go 2 inches if you want to, but you don't want it too big, because you want as much journaling space as you can get on the inside. So you've got the 2 pieces there, keep them in order. And then you do the same to the second one, so just a fraction over the 1.5. And I do that because I've actually got a line on my cutting, whereas 1.5 is about 2/16 of an inch. So it just makes it easier. But like I said, you can have whatever measurement you like. Now we want to cut the tops of our tags, and we could have done it before we cut this piece. There's no right or wrong with that. I actually make up a template for my tags. So it doesn't matter how long your template is, as long as you get the same width. So I've gone the 3 inches across there. I've folded it in half, and then I've cut the side off, and that'll just make sure that you get the same distance and the same size either side. And then I would put it on my tag. So I've got the 2 pieces here, as we know, and line that up, and then snip it off. So that's one done. And then we just do the same with the other one. Now we're just going to pop them to the side, because we want to do our inside piece for it. So I just use a bit of cream cardstock. I'd say use card, because it's going to be tucking down inside a pocket. I originally thought, well, maybe we could do a little notebook, but your notebook would have to have your card on it anyway, and it might be a little bit thick. So if we go with the cardstock, if you don't have any cardstock, you could glue some coffee dyed paper onto some, you know, your normal paper like this, just to give it a little bit thicker texture to be able to tuck it inside something. So we want our tag widths are 3 inches, which is that. We actually want to go smaller because it's got to go inside. So I go the 2.5, and that'll give you a little bit of play either side for when you glue. I'll just cut a couple there. We don't need one of those pieces, but I thought while I'm at it. And then obviously the length of our tag is 6 inches, so we want to make it not as long either, because we've got to allow for glue around the border. So I go 5.5. And then the tops of these, we want to do the sides like our tag. So I'll grab the template again, and although the template is wider, if you go to the top and you have a similar width either side, you're going to get pretty close. Or you could go to the trouble of doing a template the same width as that, but you're not going to use it very often. That looks about right. And the reason I do that is because now we're going to glue it. We'll get rid of our cutting mat. So now we're going to glue one of those pieces inside. So I usually just take it to the top there and would glue that one down first. I'm just going to get a bit of glue on that side because I filled the glue up this morning and it's really runny. And it's not overly hot here, so anyway, we'll work with it. Might be interesting come when I need to stick everything together. And then we'll line it up, so get it as straight as possible. You can cut little pieces off, but if you try and get it as straight as possible first up, there'll be minimal cutting that you'll need to do. Got just a little bit hanging out there, which I'll cut. It's actually minimal. There's a little bit on the edge here. And the reason being for that, because we've added a thickness inside, so you're going to get some little inconsistencies. It's important if you got to have it exact along here. Okay, that's one done. I might just switch to my other glue. That's going to be really messy. So I'll just stick to the smaller one here. So we pop that one off to the side. Grab the top of the next one. And we can take the top off this one. It's deceiving because you're used to pulling a pin out on the other one. So I do, when I reach for this one, I do that a fair bit actually. I have a little bit of a laugh to myself. And then we pop our journal card down. Might leave it off. And that one's not too bad, so just a fraction here. Just neatens it up a bit. And then a little bit on the side here. So it looks like it's the same spot on each one because we've added that thickness, a little bit on each side. Doesn't take much to, and we will ink around that as well. It tidies it up even more. Now with the actual pocket thing, so you can sort of see that this is going to tuck down inside the pocket. So to make a pocket, we do the 3 sides. Try and do it as thin as you can on the side, even though we've allowed a fair bit of play with the being the 2.5 inches, and you can sort of see, pull that down, you can sort of see the thickness that we have allowed for the glue. Remembering to get your papers up the right way. And then we're just putting that together as we normally would a pocket. And got a little bit difference down one side. Just a fraction. So we'll just let that one dry and we'll move on to our other one. Belongs to that one. And the same with that, down the 3 sides, leaving the top open. These are so much fun, and it's really rewarding at the end seeing how it all comes together. I'm just sort of wondering if you could apply it to other things as well, like pockets or journaling cards. Maybe have a hidden one in a journaling card. That would be fun. I might give that one a go as well. And then just a fraction. I'm going to let those dry a little bit before I do check the pocket. I actually like to put my bone folder inside just to make sure that there's no glue that's spilled out into the actual pocket, but I won't do that until they've dried a little bit. Won't take long because I'm using art glitter. But the next thing is we want to embellish it a little bit, so we want to just jazz it up a fraction. Even though these papers are absolutely gorgeous, we might do the eyelets first, because that way we'll know where we can put our embellishment. I'm going to put an eyelet on the top, so using the crocodile. If you don't have one of these guys, they are the best investment. You'll be surprised how often you use it. So you can punch a larger hole or a smaller hole, and then you can set your eyelet at the front. So it serves a few purposes. And it's really easy to use. My eyelets that I'm using, they're a fraction bigger than the hole that this one sets, but I like it because now it's snug and it won't fall out, so I don't need 4 hands to hold it in place while I set it. And then that little groove, we just place it under the eyelet, it'll hold it in place and then squeeze together. And as you can see, it doesn't take much effort at all, because I think in the mechanisms that they have, it's designed as if you were really strong. So whoever designed them, they're an absolute genius. And I think the eyelets just finish it off. Lovely. Now, so I've pulled together a few things that I thought I might use, just so you didn't have to sit here and watch me rummage through a heap of containers, etc. So I just want to sort of put something on the top and then something down the bottom. This one in particular, I don't want to put too much on it, because the feature of the bird and the flower is just beautiful, so I don't want to take it away from that. And then this one over here is just your leaves and everything, and it's beautiful as well. But I do want to, sorry, that's that side. So, yep, no, we're working on that side. The flowers and that, so I don't want to take too much away from that as well. But we can put a little bit more on this one. So let's have a look. We can afford to go a little bit bigger down the bottom. Might go the B. Now, because these are tags and they're going to be going inside a tuck or a pocket or something themselves, I would say whatever you put on here, it needs to be glued fairly flat, because it's going to be going in and out. So we can't have, 3D things sticking up like we normally would on a pocket or a tuck in our journal. These ones sort of have to be flat so they can slide in and out themselves. So we'll keep it fairly minimal, but we will definitely put something on there. So maybe a bit of greenery up the top, something a tad smaller. Maybe that. Oh, that's the same. Actually, I like that. And then maybe a butterfly. These ones here, you'll see they're a little bit shiny, so I've used some glossy accents on those. I do have a video I will link below on how to. I did a mass make on them the other day, and just absolutely love them. They really finish your project off. It just adds a little bit of gloss or a different point of interest on there. Actually, I think I just like that. So I'm going to give it a quick ink, not too much, just around the edge. Because I've left a border on these, I haven't cut right to the line. So we might glue those couple down. You could put all sorts of things on these. Tabs, sayings, words, however you normally do your ephemera. I'm going to hold him down. He's a bit thicker, so just hold him down to make sure that he's on securely. And if this was a pocket that wasn't sliding in something, you know, we could have some lace under that. I mean, you still could, but you just got to be mindful when you're tucking it inside something in your journal. Right. Yeah, I've got some sari silk here. It's like an ombre sari silk. It's beautiful. It's like a cream and a olivey green. Just hope my scrap's long enough to. I've got a few scraps from a different project sitting beside me, and these are cut-offs, so I'm sort of hoping that they were long enough, which they are. Just snip a bit off the top because it had a knot on it. Beautiful. So let's have a look at this pocket. And just very gently, you can feel it go down and pull it over to the side. Same with that one. And along the bottom. The beauty of these, it's got a bit of a tip on it, so. And then run it up the side and let's see if it fits in. So the secret's in your gluing, guys. See how it comes together with the pattern, so it's sort of a hidden, you can journal front and back on this one. This is a beautiful cardstock. It's sort of like a diamond type effect. That's that one done. Let's embellish this one now. This one together. So this is just a stamped image. One thing I do need to replenish is numbers. I don't have a lot of numbers. Got a lot of labels, but yeah, not a lot of numbers. So sometimes it's just a matter of, you know, having a play. This one here's just stamped on coffee dye paper. So I'll have to make sure it's glued down well near the edges. It's good to have a variety on hand with your ephemera because, as you can see, there's a lot of trial and error that goes on. Should I do like that? Trial and error that goes on, and if we only had, you know, 2 or 3 things in our stock or our stash, it just hinders your creativity a little bit. Or if you thought, oh, I need a butterfly, I'll go print a butterfly and cut a butterfly. you know, that takes time, and then it may not be the right color butterfly or the right size. So it's good to have a few different things to play with. I think we need a date of some sort. Blue. Let me ink this one. Yeah, so numbers and dates I need more of in my stash. I want that one up a bit like that, I think. I actually like that. Hopefully it won't be too bulky, but we'll glue it down and have a look. All right, so let's do the top. I was going to ink that one, but it's grungy enough, I think. So I don't know what's going on with my glues today. Like I said, it's not overly hot. I do have the aircon on in my studio, so it shouldn't be they shouldn't be heat affected. And the reason I have the aircon on in my studio, even though it's only spring or the very start of spring, is my studio is in a shed, and parts of the day can get quite hot, and we don't want to be sitting and sweating while we're trying to relax and do our craft. So really love that as well. Let's check the pocket on this one. If you guys don't normally make the 3x6, if you have measurements on, see that one's come open a little bit, that's okay. We can put a dab of glue there. Just rework your measurements to suit. Suit whatever size tag that you've done. And that's that one there. Let's put some sari silk on that one. Do I have another piece? Oh, I do. Green one. Cut it off. Save your scraps, guys, because you'll be surprised how much you do use them. They go on little clusters or, you know, something like that, just to add another point of interest. But there we go. 2 tags with hidden journal spots. Fantastic idea. It's not my idea, guys. I can't even remember where I seen it. It was on my to-do list that I meant to get to last week, and I didn't get there. But yeah, definitely worth a play, worth a go. See what you come up with. I'm thinking I might do one with a journal card pocket as well, and have the, you know, the side piece of that to pull out to something a little bit different. But I'll work on some sizes for that one. But I hope you got a lot out of that, or learnt something with that. At the very least, there's some measurements there. I'll put them down the bottom as well for you in the notes. And yeah, enjoy, guys. Have a go. Would love to know how you get on in the comments if you have a go. Would love you also to subscribe to my channel. That will help me to continue bringing these ideas to you. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.